I am here. I am ready, my friend. We got JLO. JLO has been making the rounds, and just she went for Howard Stern. Here she out. We got it here. We can talk about it because again, the levels to this thing. Levels to this thing. As I tell you all the time, people say, "Oh, I'm going to discover all the American content," but there's a reason because we in Barbados are very, very Americanized ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of the things you hear and see over there, we just see and hear here in Barbados. So Neil, she went on Howard Stern. She did an interview. Let's hear what she had to say.
As soon as you hook up with a guy,
Yeah.
I don't know how a relationship could survive.
It's difficult to be under that, microscope. Yeah.
Does it seem like everything is doomed from the beginning? You know what I mean?
No, I don't feel that. I feel that I live my life very out loud, even though I was in the public eye. And I wanted to share my life with someone.
Right.
I want someone to be there when I'm having my big important moments on the red carpet. I want someone to be there, when I'm doing whatever, or when we're going to the store, whatever it is. Like, I wanted to share that. And so I didn't hide from it, and I spoke about it. And I think now, after what's happened in the past few years to me and to my children, I just feel like I want to keep that part so much more quiet in my life. And it's hard because these are big moments in your life. You want to share them with everybody, right? And you think that's okay. But the truth is, when you're in this type of career and you have the type of level of fame that we're talking about, there is a compromise. There are adjustments that you do need to make because it is a very blessed life.
Do you think you've truly been loved?
No.
No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back?
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable, it's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
They don't have it in them. They need to appreciate the little person inside of them.
They have little
need to love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in relationships with
And they gave me what they had.
Right, but
they
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it, every time.
But it's this much. It's
all
a
the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
they didn't love you.
They didn't.
And didn't know you.
And I didn't love myself.
Right. It's tough. This is some journey, right?
It is.
And I was thinking about your music. Most of your songs are about love. They really are.
They're all about love.
You dirty.
I told you it was here, man. Your thoughts, brother. I ain't prefacing it more. Let me hear you.
No. So I saw parts of this. Full disclaimer, I saw parts of it, but I didn't see the part where he said all the rings and all the houses. And,
coming up, chasing no Tom Brady for rings, man.
Yeah. This is. All right. Again, we are not doctors. We are not experts. We are not psychologists. But this is a narcissist, though. This is narcissist 101 here, right? Because notice how she essentially condemned her famous previous lovers, saying that they were incapable of loving her or did not love her, or they gave very little to love her. They didn't know her, but that's because, well, not because, but part of it was she didn't love herself. You see how you condemn those, right? So you push away accountability for yourself and further do that by making you the victim. So now is a double whammy because you can't talk about what you sure, because to me, Derek Jeter or Ben Affleck or whatever, you say, but I didn't love myself. He's, oh, tell me more. What happened? Where did it stem from? Your childhood? Sympathy. JLO is the classic example of a woman that wanted fame, fortune, the prestige of having someone famous or on her level on her arm. And because they could not deal with her ways, and I can find some of the Ben Affleck clips of the man looking exasperated, smoking. Ball out to all. So the man do Batman, right? This is a little caveat, but the man do Batman, right? Played Batman in the Superman, whatever, DCEU or whatever, right? And my wife was like, after Batman, man looking good, right? Man looking, man swollen thing. And after a while, now the movies after that, now, my wife was like, oh, Ben Affleck look very drawn. Right, she looked very bright. No, you see clips. She was showing me clips and said, this man ain't looking righteous. This Ben Affleck, see the man by Jimmy Kimmel and all sorts of things. This man ain't looking right. So then one day, show she a clip of, they got a clip of Ben Affleck is be walking on the street and they open the car door. I slam the car door. I strike hard. Yeah, right? She was like, oh, so JLO tormented the ass. I said, yeah. That's basically it.
Brooklyn, show them in my mark.
Man, you gotta be very careful. This ain't really to talk to women because women, this is a cautionary tale. We have shown you diverse of times of women that have it all, literally have it all. The fame, the fortune, or the fame adjacent, the fortune adjacent, everything they want, husband, provider, protector, they have it all. And it just is not enough. The world is not enough. JLO, to me, you got Jada Pinkett Smith, all of these women wanted the
Maury, Ayesha Curry,
all of them.
Tracy Ellis Ross,
Michelle Obama.
Not Tracy.
Yeah, no, she doesn't have anyone. But anyhow, the point really is that, ladies, if we have not shown you enough examples of fame or fortune versus having someone to protect and provide for you, at this point, we can't help you all. Men, please watch that in all of these situations, the women are talking. The women are putting out negativity. The women are putting out the men not doing certain things or not being certain things. These men provide. Ben Affleck married this woman, was married this woman twice. Derek Jeter was with this woman. You understand? Marc Anthony. This woman was covered, right? I didn't know. Right, exactly. Not Derek Jeter. You're right. Sorry, my fault. A-Rod. My fault. Mixing up my Yankees. A-Rod was the man.
Derek Jeter is the other lady.
Yeah, yes. My fault. But gentlemen, you have to be very careful because you have to properly vet the woman you decide to engage on this level. Because when you build your success, your finances, your career, your fame, whatever you build, and you have sacrificed a lot to build that, when you choose the wrong woman, she can take you for half or even more. She could talk you nearby in the streets. She could say all types of things, but she can affect your mental health. We got to be careful, gentlemen. Ain't every woman that used to pick up. No, JLO is a top tier woman. She's near 60 and she's still shotting, right? As a matter of fact, all of the women we've talked about are patron saints. All of them are highly attractive women. Tracy Ellis Ross, TMO.
That's the problem, Liz.
That's the problem. That's the point. Because they can still catch a man. Men, because there's always say men is eat with the eyes, men to see first, right? And we just get enamored with the physical. And we just end up acquiescing. No, let me say acquiescing, but we end up courting or going out. Right. Falling over women. And then we end up in these situations, right? We got to be careful, gentlemen. We got to be careful. Especially if you're a man that is on the up and up in finances, in reputation, in career, in status. We have to be careful because you choose the wrong woman. You may think, I want a woman on my level, a woman that understands the business of Hollywood, or a lawyer just like me, or a doctor that understands the arduous hours and the sacrifices that need to be made. You may see common ground in those spaces, but when you take up this woman now, and you haven't done your vetting, because I'm not saying all women are like this, right? Very small section of women are like this, but they are out there. And you have to be mindful and careful. You will go and vet these women. You did not vet these women, and they end up now draining your energy, draining your life force. You get them Will Smith give Jada Pinkett Smith 100 or how much ever acre land, and she was like,
256 acres.
My fault.
256 acres.
Sure, I appreciate you, but Jada, 256, right? You want to look at it and say no, and then turn around and say you get a woman a spanking 50th
birthday.
And the woman said, this is to foster your ego. This ain't for me. So at some point, man, we got to look past the physical. We got to look past the commonalities in career and ambition, etc. And we got to look at the character of the person. Likewise, women, you got to look and know when you have won. There is always say that some of y'all women don't know when y'all have won, you know. You got the man. You got the toponaris man in your field, in his field, sorry, right? You got a large fish. The man giving and providing for you. Sure, we can talk about men being emotionally unavailable and this and that. I know that's a quick thing that you could throw there, that men, you know, Marc Anthony may not have been available or horning, Ben Affleck may not have been available or horning. We could look at all the failures of men or speculate to that. But at some point, ladies, we gotta look at the fact that you really got a good man. He just needs some work. You know, who in the Western Hemisphere, I can only speak to the West because we live in the West. How many men in the West, you know, who of all of us, men and women, don't need a little therapy and get over childhood traumas and gotta deal with certain things, particularly when it comes to relationships, especially the older you get? You gotta look in. You got to look in. So if you got a man that winning, a man that willing, a man that just there to be your husband and give you the world, but he's lacking in small little details, work with the man or leave that man alone. But do not carry the man through hell, done with the man, and then you all of a sudden know doing the rounds on the various platforms, talking ill about how the man can love you and the man he could only be a basketball. I thought the man was going to be at this level and this man can't do this and this man can't do that. I'm talking about the man's shortcomings from your perspective. I want to be clear. These are not shortcomings that are universally seen and accepted. These are from your perspective. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can keep bringing the Patriot Saints. And it seems that the cadre of Patriot Saints are growing exponentially, but we can bring them. But this is an effort to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that these types of women are to be watched out for, because you could find yourself in a marriage with someone that on the outside the world wants and don't want you. Drilling holes for every hole you plug in the boat, they're drilling another one.
Back with a saw. You gotta say, yeah. That is fantastic, Neil. Because it needs to be said. When you look at how Ben Affleck just run to ruin in a short space of time too, because them wasn't married in a long time, right?
In space of 2 years, brother.
The most sincere thing, I think, or the most lucid thing that JLO would have said in that interview was that she probably didn't love herself. That might have been the most accurate thing she would have said, right? Because you can't on one hand say, oh, these men give me everything that I had. And she said that, not me. She said that in the same interview. The man gives she everything, houses, rings. She got more rings than Thanos, right? It gives she everything, but she can turn around and say, oh, did they love me? Hello, everybody. I just wanted to drop a quick note to let you guys know that this Saturday coming, November 15th, we're going to have the 4th edition of the King's Gathering. King's Gathering number 4 at St. Mary's Church Hall, 5 p.m. this Saturday. You don't want to miss this. We're going to have a session by Dr. Kerry Ampere, a Q&A session, dealing with emotional intelligence. That's something that we all need to be aware of. I'll do a presentation for you. You've got to come and find out what that is. And also a presentation by attorney at law Jariah Rock. He's going to be talking about wills, divorce, how to protect yourself in a divorce and stuff like that. Things that we as men need to know in 2025 and beyond. Tamtar Culinary Creations, they will be providing refreshments as usual. So come on out this Saturday coming. This Saturday at 5 p.m. at St. Mary's Church Hall. Come on out, you don't want to miss it. See you guys there. That they love me. And guess what? Neil, one of the guys responded. Her first husband. He responded.
Yes.
Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband, Johnny Noah, hits back at her statements on love. You decided to lie. Lopez had been married 4 times. Johnny Noah was her first husband from 1997 to 1998. By the way, this is from Ola, some online thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny shared a lengthy rant on an Instagram post, sharing blocks of text over an image depicting some ocean waves. This is in reference about the recent interview on the Howard Stern show, where my ex-wife Jennifer Lopez said that she had never been loved or capable. Now, it's funny she said she's never been loved, right? But she in turn has loved, right? She said that on the interview, right? They met that up.
So big of her.
Yeah, so she just giving.
Altruism at its finest.
You know what I mean? She just giving everything she got, and everybody just did taking from she, and then gain she back nothing. Even though she said that the people gain she everything that had houses, rings, that's the things she.
But that's material things, Derek.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Things. There's no meaning to material things.
And spin the block and come back. But he gonna be a masochist, all I'm saying, because you come back wrong for that kind of bad treatment.
But what there you say, gentlemen, if you spin the block or a woman spin the block and she's still
Sure,
there
you
or you still there, that is a problem.
That's a
There
problem.
you say it there.
That's a problem. If a woman spin the block for you, put the same block standing up, it mean you life ain't going to be. And here's the thing, right? Big up Crimson Cure, basic Crimson Cure. She would say, there's no room in life, in the human existence, for neutral. There's no room for neutral. Neutral don't exist for human beings. So you're either going forward or you're going
regressing.
backward.
Or you regressing, yep.
One way or the next. Even if you
moving.
don't think so, you're going back, right?
Mhm.
But you can't stay in the same place. You gotta go forward, right? So, my man writes, ha ha ha, let me just say, stop putting us down. Stop putting me down with your victim card. The problem is not us, not me. The problem is you. You're the one who couldn't keep it in your pants. So, my man, or Johnny, playing things from Front Street, you know. He says, you have been loved a few times. You have been married 4 times. And I've had countless relationships in between. You have had good relationships. Me, for example, he wrote, referencing Lopez is married to Chris Judd, Marc Anthony, and Ben Affleck. Noah then proceeded to reveal that he was in love with Lopez and that he uprooted his life to be with her. I'm an amazing, loving person, great human being, honest, faithful to you, never lied, never misbehaved, never cheated on you. I'm too good of a man for you. Big up my man for some self-awareness here. Even if that in itself is borderline or self-absorbed. But I digress. He listed out some of his issues with Lopez, claiming that she chose fame and fortune instead of their relationship. You decided to lie, to cheat on me, and even though I stayed, I even tried to keep the marriage going and alive, he wrote, tell the truth for once. That is Johnny Noah, his response to somebody dog that she was talking. Ladies, you gotta get something in a relationship. It is impossible for you to tell me that all the men you had, let's just exclude Diddy, right? Because that's the next thing too, right? You had Johnny, Ben Affleck, the fella Chris Judd, A-Rod, all them men, and them men come after Diddy, and we know who Diddy was getting down from back then. It is impossible for me to believe. You said Marc Anthony is 1, 2 right now?
Yeah, Marc she got twins for Marc Anthony in it.
Right. So it's impossible for me to fathom that you had all of these different experiences and not one of these people that you was involved with, they love you. For at some point, you've got to look in the mirror. At some point, you've got to do it Michael Jackson talk about man in the mirror. Because it ain't making the sense. The math ain't mathing. Right?
Yeah.
So unless you still got a thing for Diddy, Johnson and Johnson and all, unless you still work here with that there and nobody in love you like he since then, say wrong with this story. Man, as Neil said, you got to be mindful, right? You can't teach attraction, right? You can't coach that, you can't teach that. We like what we like as men, right? Neil, you and I, we got partners. I like them, like ladies a little thicker. Yep. We got partner ours, you like them close to the bone, right?
Yeah.
You like what you like. You can't teach attraction. But somewhere along the line, fellas, we gotta be a little bit more disciplined. And this comes as you get older, you find, right? You gotta be a little bit more disciplined and you gotta, cut your at certain things. Saying, she looked like my speed, but the attitude, the demeanor, the disposition, the countenance of the old people will tell you.
The character.
I can't rock with that. As much as I like what he's seeing, I ain't like what he's seeing. So there's certain things you got to cut your ear and say, I can go and let that go along. But the problem we as men, we get caught up in what we see. And then we go and we 2 buckets on a squeeze pooch. And all of a sudden, you're trapped. Because you would a woman know she's pregnant for you or whatever, you can't escape. And the woman is a complete goat. And you can't get away because you bound now to take care of this child for at least 18 years. Right? So fellas, you got to be mindful and be more careful, more discerning about the people that you decide you are going to hit you wagon to. Where you end up like Ben Affleck walking about slamming doors in public and all anything.
Chain smoking.
Chain smoking. You breath out like a fracture. Just walk. Study. Ben Affleck is a millionaire. What he could got going on in his life. We get about so vexed we were. You know what I mean? Life can't be that bad when he's a millionaire. Especially a man got him millions legally. You know what I mean? Yeah, like he the betting for some games or, you know, your style. You about to earn your money like that. Man, they shaving points on that, so they might work, get paid. Invest, get paid. You know, he money come by legal means.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so next thing you know, we can see Ben walking about in the Class Sports hoodie. Hey, yo. Sure, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to ensure you do not miss any of the content we got coming for you. We can see you guys again soon. Peace.
The contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.